guys. So I'm back from California now. As you can see, I'm back in my apartment. But there's a couple things that I brought with me, just because I found so much fruit in California. At this point, I've probably been like airing these episodes just like non-stop for months and months. So if you're getting sick of the California videos, well, I'm back in my apartment reviewing something that I got in California, so deal with it. And this one is it's something that I picked up from the Santa Monica's farmers market. I've never talked about these before. Peaches. Now, peaches are my favorite fruit that you could probably get like at a market. You know, that favorite, most ordinary kind of fruit. Nothing beats a good peach. A lot of times the kind of peaches that you get at a supermarket are subpar. Usually they don't have any flavor, they're hard, you know, I think they're just like a bad variety, or they're like picked maybe a little bit too early, so you never can really get a good peach. Unless you go to a farmer's market where the farmers actually care about it. There's also many different varieties of peaches, but I think you only really get like a couple varieties at supermarkets. And the ones that you do get are the ones that will be like most shelf stable. That's usually the case with a lot of fruits anyway. So I have two here that are supposed to be really good and kind of interesting. So first I have the O. Henry peach. You can already see it is a big guy. This is a big peach. Yeah, compare that to my head. My head, I can fit maybe 5 of these peaches in my head. That's pretty big. And I also have this one, which is the Indiarose peach. Already with this one, you can see that the color of it is kind of interesting. It's got kind of like a white color to it, but it's still kind of like a red blush to it. Now, what's interesting about this one is I'm not sure how it would taste, but it's supposed to look interesting on the inside. So I'm going to start with the one that is probably more like a regular peach. I have the O. Henry here, so let me give this a try. Oh man, that is good. Yeah, it's like night and day eating a good quality peach compared to the ones that you get at the supermarket. You know, I really love peaches, but there's really nothing like this. You should be able to, you know, like have a peach where you can like push on it with your finger and it dents. That's how you can tell you've got a good peach. You know, this is perfectly ripe. It tastes like a peach you'd get at the supermarket, only has a lot more peachy flavor. It's a lot sweeter. Much sweeter than a regular peach. I say, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is a sugar cube, a standard store-bought peach that you can get at your supermarket right now, let's say that's maybe like a 6. This is like an 8. The texture is nice and soft, and it's very juicy. You can see it's just like dripping in there. This is a very tasty peach. So now let's try the one that's supposed to be a little bit more weird. This is the Indiarose. Alright. Very different, but I'll just show it to you right now. The inside is red. Check that out. That is weird. This is much less sweet than that one. I said that one is what, like an 8 out of 10. This is maybe like a 3 out of 10. Not much sweetness at all. But that is not a bad thing. It still has a lot of flavor to it. And the flavor that it does have is a little bit more tart. It's not quite the sourness of like an orange or something, but it does have tartness to it. It also has a roughness to it. Like maybe like a little bit savory. And just the tiniest hint of like astringency. Not in a way that is negative, like, oh no, you shouldn't eat that, it's astringent, but just in a way that is not unpleasant. Yeah, this would be a good peach if you like your fruit not so sweet. If you want fruit that you just like sit around and like eat fruit all day, it'd be easier to eat this because it's a little bit milder and everything, but it has like a nice flavor to it. The O. Henry peach, this is a lot of very, very sweet fruit. So to eat this, I think if I were to eat this entire thing, I'd be very full. You know, I'd be satisfied with that. I could go for either of them. I think there's a lot of cases where I don't want something sugary sweet, and I would totally pick this up. Or if you were to cook with peaches, you know, I think that this is one where you'd want to add sugar to it if you're going to make like something sweet. The other one, you probably don't need to add like hardly any, if any, sugar to it. I know, you just ate. My cat just ate, just so you know. So yeah, I think that's about all I have to say about this, but what's really interesting is just that there is a lot of diversity out there. If you go to the supermarket, you only really get a handful of varieties of peaches. Usually just get like one variety of peach if you go to a supermarket. But if you have a farmer's market nearby and you see some peaches for sale, it's really, really worth trying different varieties because there's a big difference between these two, and there's a huge difference between these two and the kind that you get at a supermarket. So if you have a chance, check it out. Okay, I only have 1 minute, so I have to make this fast. Guys, click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Click that bell. I don't know what the bell does, but it probably gives an angel its wings, so click on it. That dislike button, don't click that one. Go to the comments, leave a comment if you have something to say. Go to this description, because in the description there is a link to my Patreon page where you can help contribute to my channel and make it grow. There's also a link to my website where you can see a backlog of videos, more information, and also you can buy a t-shirt at my website now. I want to give a special shout out to the channel Smarter Every Day. Smarter Every Day is a mega contributor on Patreon. They're really helping me out. If you like what I'm doing with fruit, check out his channel because it basically covers everything involving science. It's really interesting. Also around there should be a couple of videos right here. These are the videos to my next week's episode if it's up, and last week's episode where you can check that out. I still have 3 seconds, guys, so thank you so much. Bye-bye.